3 situations where you should avoid sports. Exercising is not a modern habit. Physical activity has always been important for societies. Since ancient times in ancient Greece, physical activity programs were carried out. Playing sports was considered a priority for health, not to mention that the cult of the aesthetic image was a way of expressing power. Why should you exercise? Sport improves performance at the cardiovascular level, since it activates hemodynamic, hormonal, neurological and metabolic changes. Therefore, it improves the function of the respiratory system. Physical activity brings balance to your health. Staying in motion prevents osteoporosis, back pain, and damage caused by bad posture. However, participating in sports may not always be a healthy activity. It depends on the form it takes and conditions in which it's practiced. When should you avoid playing sports? It's clear that exercising excessively or incorrectly can be counterproductive. For example, people with hypertension should avoid playing sports excessively, as this can make their condition worse. However, there are also certain circumstances when avoiding sports is the best option. Here are 3 situations where you should avoid playing sports. After not having enough sleep. After having spent a night with insomnia, we may sometimes believe that physical activity is the best way to wake ourselves up. Wrong. Carrying out an exercise routine after having not rested well increases stress. Besides that, in this scenario the immune system is not prepared for the effort, so its defenses deteriorate. Not to mention that you'll be straining our muscles because of the lack of energy, which increases the risk of injury. You strain your muscles because you can't move in the same way as if you had rested well the night before. However, if you didn't sleep well the night before and don't want to drop your exercise routine, you can always go for a walk, jog, or do half of what you would usually do. After drinking alcohol. Strictly speaking, drinking alcohol doesn't stop you playing sports, unless it's a physical activity that requires precision. This is because alcohol affects performance and strength, but especially coordination. Ethanol makes alcohol drinkers enter a euphoric state and then a depressive one, which diminishes their reflexes in any situation. Furthermore, it's important to remember that alcohol has diuretic effects, which can cause dehydration when doing physical activity. This due to the loss of liquids, vitamins and minerals. Also, ethanol prevents nutrients from being absorbed on a regular basis, which encourages an increase in body weight. After having suffered an injury. It's very common for athletes to develop injuries while doing sports. Some of the typical causes are Not moving correctly, not warming up correctly, training more than usual, wearing inappropriate shoes, a lack of protection. Types of injuries. Among the most frequent injuries in athletes are acute trauma. This includes fractures, sprains, cuts, etc. They can occur as a result of a blow or excessive force. Overload injuries, such as fractures due to excessive use or inflammation of tendons. They develop after performing a repetitive routine. Symptoms. Some of the most common symptoms in a case of injury are intense pain or painful to touch, rigidity and inflammation, immobilization, breaks or fractures. If you have any of these symptoms, you should avoid playing sports. However, it's also essential that you go to a doctor. After that, you should inform your coach about your injury and treatment, and then gradually begin therapeutic exercises. Recommendations when exercising. Put yourself in the hands of a certified sports specialist to perform any demanding physical activity. Pay attention to technique and don't focus on strength, as it's useless lifting a large weight if you're doing it incorrectly. Be consistent and avoid overloading yourself, since an excessive amount of exercise in a short period of time won't give you the results that you can get after time. Warm up. It's really important to stretch before starting any physical activity to prevent injuries and improve performance. Start with an aerobic routine if you want to lose weight. However, it's also important to lift weights, as it strengthens your muscles. Maintain a balanced diet that's rich in vitamins and minerals. Drink plenty of water, as it's the only way to recover from physical exertion. It's essential to drink water before, during, and after exercise.